It's because they want to. They're not looking to just grab food by hand from humans.
True.
This argument is stupid.
It's a great argument.
Is
It's a really dumb argument.
The bear and the man argument is stupid. Now you're trying to make scenarios.
But he didn't make it up. It went viral on TikTok by someone else making it up. He's just trying to make a point.
But you know what the trend is about?
And you're
it's
trying
about
to like
man or bear, and they pick the bear. Usually there's a story about why they picked the bear. And
Right.
what's the story about?
Okay. Yes, you're totally right. It is basically...
And it's hypothetical.
It's basically a way for women to essentially degrade men so that they can talk about their anecdotal bad experience with a men or multiple men. Absolutely, you're right. But I have to challenge you here. So, in this scenario, if I even grant to you that all these women have had bad experiences with men, I don't even doubt it. I'm sure they've had bad experiences with men. Sure, let's grant it. Does that give them justification and pretext to hold this bias against men in general? That's the problem from the man's side. So I have this question to ask. If we were to, for example, replace man with a racial group or
a woman.
No, that doesn't work. If we were to place man with a racial group, would this, and the person said, I would pick the bear over that racial group because I've had bad experiences with that racial group, and now I hold a bias against that racial group because that racial group makes me feel uncomfortable. Is that racist?
Did something happen to them, like traumatic?
Let's say, yeah, sure.
And that's their own preference.
Is it racist?
Well, they are profiling a large group of people based on their race, so yeah.
So then is it sexist to say to pick man over bear?
No.
How is it not sexist?
Because you're not comparing... Sexism is an argument between women and men. You are comparing a man and an animal. That's the difference.
But what you just said was that would be racist to compare it to a race. That is the exact same thing as comparing it to men. Like he just said, if it was a specific race, and yes, something did happen to them, but they were basing it against that race, that would be racist. But that's the exact same thing as women having a bad experience with a man and basing that opinion off of all of men.
Yeah, and if there's a story behind it and you have a fear of this group of people for a reason, then that's valid and that's fine.
Oh, so it's valid to be racist then?
Did I say that?
Well, you said it is racist.
He just said that.
The one black guy in the room did say it was racist. But so you said you did concede that it was racist, and then you said it was valid. That's valid.
I think what Riley means is that you're getting the definition of sexist wrong because, yeah, it's comparing a man and a woman, right?
No,
Well-
you can be... It's just about a gender.
Yeah, but in
Wait,
this
hold on.
situation, it's not really
Let
sexist.
me frame it like this. If there's a statement that is racist, for example, X racial group is this negative trait, is that racist?
Either way, I don't think...
Well, just answer the question.
I don't get it.
I'm trying to say...
No, just answer the hold on, answer the question.
I'm going to say, this is my answer to the question. I'm saying basing a whole group off of a thought that's profiling, whether it's a man, a woman, a race, it's wrong, no matter what.
Okay, but so it's racist, but is it also sexist then? Because you said it's not sexist.
I never said that.
Who did? I'm not gaslighting
I was
here.
just-
But-
Somebody said it's not sexist.
It is going against what you said, though, because you said the reasoning for all these women saying that they would rather choose the bear is because they had some type of trauma, and that's valid. But then,
I get where you're coming from. I do. I get it. If you had one bad experience or multiple, you can't really just, like, assume all men are like that. I get it.
right.
Yeah, either way, like, we're agreeing, like, nobody should be grouped into something because one person did something, therefore the whole
Okay.
group is bad, you
So,
know?
but okay, Is it wrong for a woman to pick bear?
I think it's really not that deep.
Okay,
And
so
men
then
care too much about this argument, and it's not that serious.
Well,
Okay,
you guys were
but-
just saying how serious it was, actually.
But-
so.
I don't think
I
serious
said that this
ever came out
argument
of
is
our
stupid,
mouth.
actually, so
Yeah.
that was not said.
well, I don't think it's stupid. I think it's very revealing. But so you say it's not wrong for a woman in this situation to pick the bear, right? Is it wrong if we just replace it with a racial group? Is it wrong?
That is a
to pick
completely
bear?
different story.
It's not.
Yeah, it is, because
It's
you're
not.
talking about racism versus sexism.
Are they not both bad?
They are both bad, but
Or
I'm
is
a
it-
woman.
or-
I'm a white woman who's talking about sexism, so I'm comfortable talking about sexism. Nobody cares what I have to say about racism. I don't.
Why not?
We do.
Because
We want to hear.
no, because that's not my place to talk about. I'm a woman, so I can.
You
talk
can
about
have thoughts and
sexism.
opinions
yeah,
on
I can,
racism.
but there's a difference.
You can even advocate
when
on
it's-
behalf of other racial groups who
Yeah,
experience
of course.
racism.
But I'm saying
just
it's
because you're white
different.
doesn't mean you can't advocate against racism.
I'm saying it's different coming from somebody who is the group, as I am a woman.
Are you saying white people are racist?
What the fuck
You
are you
said-
trying to get at
You're,
right now?
you're saying, as a person who is the group,
You're
dot,
reaching.
dot, dot.
You're
no. It's going to be
reaching.
dot, 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 aka white people are racist, but go ahead.
You're trying so
Are you
hard.
saying
I'm not trying hard at all.
You're reaching.
How am I reaching? There's no reach.
Whenever
I'm
you say, are
telling
you
you,
saying?
I
You
wanna
have,
talk-
I don't have that long arms.
I want to talk on behalf of women because I am a woman.
Yeah, you have a brain. You can talk about racism.
I can talk about racism, but I'm not going to act like I experience it.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Okay, so that's what
If
I'm telling you.
Are you capable of, if you witness racism, can you categorize it as racism?
Yeah.
So you can talk about it.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not trying to talk on behalf of racism.
I'm not asking. I'm not
Yes,
asking
you are,
to.
because now you're changing the argument to
Nope.
if it was a certain racial group. I'm
Yes.
comfortable talking about sexism because I am a woman. Women experience sexism. I don't experience racism, so I'm not trying to bring racism.
So
into
if
this.
somebody said a racist remark towards a black person, you would have nothing to say.
No, I would definitely have something to say.
So you can't talk about it then.
Yeah, I never said I couldn't talk about it. I said I don't want
Right.
to.
So I'm just asking you if it would be racist.
And I'm telling you, that's
You're
not
allowed
my,
to talk.
That's not
No,
my
no,
position.
you're allowed
to.
to.
Say.
And he's
You're
also
allowed
saying
to.
generally, you can't see from an outside perspective that all these women saying that they would choose the bear and all these videos and that how it would make men feel bad that women are choosing a bear over a man. He's saying if you see racism, you can categorize it as racism.
So-
if you see all these women choosing a bear and all these men who are looking for women, like women want to be out there looking for a woman, and they're seeing all these women say that they would choose a bear over them, can you see, like, that? I think that's the point that he's trying to make.
Random_bear donated $69. Gustavo 2.0 failed to get the bird. Fired. Everyone freaked out over a random bird, and they would rather be in the woods with a random bear. I would rather be in the woods with a man than a feminist.
We'll see how we ran.
W.
We would also run from the
But that's
bear.
all I was trying to say is, like, I think that's the argument he was trying to make is that, like, you can see that when there's racism happening, you can know that that's racism. You see it, you can understand it. But then all of these women saying that they would rather choose a bear and how that's not wrong for all men who have done nothing, that are just looking on the internet or just being a man.
But from that logic, you're saying that this is so offensive because a woman is choosing something. So what if a woman says, "I don't want to date you"? Is that so offensive?
No.
Like this isn't that like it's this whole man and a bear thing is so stupid because men are getting so deeply offended over something that's not that serious.
But it's
Whoa,
so
wait,
many
wait, wait.
women.
It
going-
actually, hold on, you're actually downplaying. This is actually sexist in and of itself.
Oh, okay.
To downplay. Yeah, see, look how dismissive you are. No, it's funny. Oh, men should be more open with how they feel. Well, if men feel aggrieved by this blatantly sexist statement that women would prefer to be in the forest with a wild fucking animal, a bear, over what could be a totally innocent man, dangerous wild animal versus like Nick, do you have that meme with the fucking
think the
Kyle?
innocent men, though,
hold
would
on,
know
hold on.
that-
Yes, you're downplaying. It's funny. You're just totally downplaying men's perspective. Men don't like to be perceived as predators.
Yeah, that's completely valid. I
Yeah.
don't want to be perceived
And
as a
women have a
traitor
bias
either.
against men and perceive men as predators and dangerous and violent, even though the vast majority of men aren't.
Okay.
Now, hold on. But what if we just replace men with a racial group, and this racial group had a disproportionate bias against them for violence and being dangerous? Would you downplay it then?
Lol Paladins donated
Can you think of a racial group who has experienced that?
Women can talk
We
about
can't read
sexism,
this one until
but
we
whites
read the
should keep
Camilla
your
one.
mouth closed.